Greetings, I am Mark Oceani with Magnum Truck Gear. Today I'll be walking you through the installation of our RT Step Light Kit on the 2013 Ford Raptor behind me. The RT Step Light Kit is an awesome addition to any RT Step installation. These not only look cool, but they allow for safe entry in low light type situations for both you and your passenger. Okay, first thing you're going to do when you receive your RT Light Kit, obviously open the packaging and let's take a look at what we've got inside. You should have in each package, you should have RT Step Light Kit along with the RT Step Light lenses. After you've opened your package, you want to lay everything out in front of you. Make sure you have all the contents that are listed on the product cards. Okay, the recommended tools for doing your RT Step Light Kit installation are either a 12-volt meter or a 12-volt test light, screwdriver, nut driver or socket of some sort, Allen wrench that'll fit the step bolts on the RT Step, wire crimpers, wire stripper, rag, and some rubbing alcohol. Okay, for this step we are going to attach the LED to the mounting bracket. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol on our rag. We're going to clean this surface. This is the underneath mounting surface where the LED will be attached to the bracket. Attaching the LED to the bracket, make sure that the pigtail is orientated towards the opening on the bottom side of the board. Once we've cleaned that surface off, we want to remove the backing tape to the 3M adhesive, apply this to the bracket, press down firmly and hold in place. This is a pressure sensitive 3M adhesive that works best at above 70 degrees or 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, we want to make sure that we mount the LED as close to this inside leading edge of the bracket as possible. We need to allow room on the inside for the lens cover in the event that you actually put those on your LEDs. If you're going to go with one of the colored lens covers, we always recommend that you do attach that to the LED prior to attaching it to the bracket. The lens cover is designed to snap firmly into place, and with the tabs, these can be a little bit tricky if you're laying underneath the vehicle trying to get these installed. Okay, we laid out one of our RT Steps on the table to demonstrate how to install the LED onto the existing step on your vehicle. Okay, we're going to remove both the middle step bolts only. These will correspond with the two slotted holes on the step light bracket. Okay, we're going to need a 3mm Allen wrench and an 8mm socket to remove center bolt and nut on the RT Step. Okay, we flipped the step over so you can better see how this is going to mount together. So we're going to place this with the LED up against the inside leading edge of the step. Okay, for our next step, we have one of our RT boards laid out on the table. We've turned it upside down so we can properly demonstrate the correct way to run the wiring for the LED light. Okay, we have two distinctly different lengths of wire in our wiring harness. The shorter goes to our forward step. The longer harness, this will be the one that goes to our rear LED. Okay, now to properly run this through the back of the RT board, run these underneath the welded in bracket. Okay, you're going to pull the wiring through, then underneath the gusset that's welded into the bar. Pull these all the way through, make sure the wires don't get tangled up. Like so. Okay. You'll see on the back side of the step, which will be about the center of where the step is itself on the front side of the board, there is a hole that is placed in the board that is for us to run the wiring through. Okay, we're going to feed this through and up into the step. Pull the wiring through like so. Okay, we'll continue on with the wiring for the rear step. Again, place the wiring underneath the internal bracket, and then through the gusset, and then up into the hole that also aligns right with that gusset, so it makes it a little bit trickier for getting that wire up in there, but it's totally doable. Like so. Okay, now keep in mind this is a universal kit, so in most cases you're going to have to shorten these wires so that you don't have a bunch of excess wire hanging on at the bottom of your step. So kind of get these wires pulled together to where they look like they're going to connect. You're going to want to trim up this wire, strip it back, and then use your slide butt connectors to make all your connections. The boards are on, wires are pulled through the front of the vehicle. We have our remaining wire harness left over. What we're going to do is we're going to take this wiring harness, we're going to run this up inside the fender well, up through the engine bay, and then in through an access port on the firewall of the vehicle in order to get to our dome light. First thing you need to do before you make any electrical connections is disconnect this negative battery terminal. This is a precautionary step, mandatory on any of these late model vehicles. You don't want to short circuit something. Okay, now we've got our wiring run up through the engine bay and in through an access port into the cabin. One thing you need to make sure of is that you keep the wires away from any kind of heat source that can potentially melt that wire. Button everything up, zip tie it together, make sure it's nice and neat and tidy. The next thing we want to do, or the last thing we're going to do actually, is going to reattach the negative battery cable. Make sure that all the lights are functioning on all 4 step locations, and from there, enjoy your step lights.